The next set of books I have to show you are from my book outlet order. I did film an unboxing when I got this, but the lighting was terrible, and then I went on my vacation and I needed more memory to finish filming that video, so I just deleted them. So you're not going to get to watch an unboxing. Sorry, but here they are anyway. First off, before I show them to you, I would like to give a huge shout out to Michelle from I'm Not a Worm, because she contributed to a lot of these books. She did a giveaway and I won it, and so I got a $20 gift card to Book Outlet, and so I used that and then some of my own money to purchase all of these, so thank you, Michelle. The first book is Choker by Elizabeth Woods, and this has a 3.7 rating on Goodreads. This book is about a girl named Kara, and years ago her best friend Zoe just disappeared and left her. But now Zoe has randomly come back into her life, and she's taken her in because Zoe seems like something's up with her, so Kara decides to take her in. But then a girl in town goes missing, everyone is a suspect, and Zoe is acting really suspicious, and so Kara doesn't know if she should trust her. The next book is Landline by Rainbow Rowell, and this has a 3.6 rating on Goodreads. This is the Rainbow Rowell book that I've always said I would never read. I've read every other book that she's written, and I really have enjoyed them, but I just like the premises of those better. This one is about a husband and wife, Georgie and Neil, and their marriage is not very strong right now. So Neil and the kids leave, and Georgie is left at home, and I think she somehow uses this like landline to talk to the Neil of the past. It's not like time traveling. She's in the present, but she's talking to the Neil of the past or something. And somehow she's going to try to save their marriage through this. I don't know. The next book I got is The Good Sister by Jamie Kane, and this had a 3.8 rating on Goodreads. This book is about 3 daughters of 2 hippie parents. One of them is lost, one is wild, and one is good. But now the good sister is dead. And so the family is left in this whirlwind. They're trying to figure things out because really their anchor was this good sister. And without her now, everybody is confused and angry. Meanwhile, the good sister is kind of in the afterlife trying to figure out how she ended up there. It seems like it's going to be really similar to The Lovely Bones, which I really enjoyed. So that's mainly why I picked it up, that, and it had a really pretty cover. The next book is Trouble by Nolan Pratt, and this had a 3.96 rating on Goodreads. This book is about a girl who gets pregnant in high school, I guess by an ex-boyfriend or something like that, and she's terrified of how everybody is going to react. She's ashamed, embarrassed, and then this new kid that she barely even knows offers to pretend to be the baby's father. And so I guess it's about the relationship, and I don't know if they're going to end up dating or what, but I just thought that sounded really interesting. So I'm really excited to read this one. The next book is Emerald Green by Kirsten Gier, and this one has a 4.2 rating on Goodreads. I'm not going to say much about it. It's the 3rd book in the Ruby Red trilogy. The other books are Ruby Red and Sapphire Blue. I already own them, haven't read any of them, but I really like the covers, and I think I'm really going to enjoy the books. The next book is a really small one, and that is Paper Covers Rock by Jenny Hubbard, and this has a 3.4 rating. It's really small, it's going to be really short, but it's about a boy who he and his 2 friends are swimming one day, and one of the friends drowns, and he couldn't save him, and so him and the other friend decide to lie about it and say that they had no part in it, they didn't know what was happening, but then he starts writing poetry and stuff to kind of express how he feels about it, and his English teacher starts to discover that maybe he did have a part in it. So he's faced with the option of telling her, letting her help him, and getting the other friend mad at him, or keeping it a secret and having to deal with the pain but keeping his friend. The next book is Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. This has a 3.7 rating on Goodreads. I've heard everybody talk about this. I've never actually heard anybody talk about the book, just the fact that they own it. I feel like everybody owns this book, but it's about a girl who falls and struck with amnesia and then can't remember anything, so she has to make new decisions based on very little information because she doesn't remember her past very well, and so she has to face the consequences of that, I guess. The next book you all know, and that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. This has a 4.1 rating. As you probably know, it's about this girl who wrote love letters to all of the boys that she had crushes on, and then they get mailed out, and so she has to deal with that, deal with all the confrontation and consequences, but it may not be as bad as she thought it was going to be. The next book I have is And We Stay by Jenny Hubbard. This is the same author who wrote Paper Covers Rock. She deals a lot with poetry and stuff. It's about this girl named Emily whose boyfriend shoots up the school and then shoots himself. And so she's traumatized by it, so her parents send her to a boarding school where she starts to find comfort in the works of Emily Dickinson. And so that's what this one's about. I'm pretty sure it's told in prose and verse, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. So I think this sounds really good. The next book I have is Cracked by K.M. Watson, and this has a 4.03 rating on Goodreads. It's about this kid named Victor who is really miserable and lonely, and his bully, Bull, who obviously picks on Victor, but he's also picked on at home by his grandfather. And so one day he has to pull a gun on his grandfather in self-defense, and Victor tries to kill himself. So both Bull and Victor end up in the exact same psych ward, and they have to deal with their demons together. The final book I got from that order is Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist by Rachel Kahn and David Levithan. In it, Nick has just broken up with his girlfriend, and so one night he sees her, and so he asks Nora, who he doesn't even know, to be his girlfriend for 5 minutes. And so they end up actually going on a date where they're trying to find bands and mend hearts. My phone is out of memory, my camera sucks, and I'm angry about it, so this is going to be the shortest outro ever. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought about the books that I showed you. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.